Hello viewers, today we will discuss how operators transforms under rotation. Well, we know that operators which corresponds to various physical quantities, scalar, vector and tensors, which shows different behavior under rotation. Now, to understand this, let's consider an operator A, which can be a scalar, a vector, or a tensor. The transformation of this vector A can be given as A dash out on any arbitrary axis del phi A del phi. And we know from our previous lectures that the rotation operator is given as for any arbitrary axis by an angle del phi is 1 minus eta h cut del phi and dot total angular momentum, if we also including a spin angular momentum also. Okay, now substituting the value of the rotation operator to the both side to know the transformed operator, we came to know a simple calculation. I am leaving this on you. It will gives us A dash A minus eta by h cut del phi and the commutation relation of A n dot j. Okay. Now first understood the scalar operators. Scalar operators remain invariant under the rotation, means they show A dash is equals to A, which implies that they commute with the angular momentum operator. So we can say implies A comma jk commutation relation is equals to 0, where k stands for x, y and z. Now this is a simple operator. Now move on to the vector operators. Now we know that the transformed operator is given as A minus eta by h cut del phi A comma n dot j. Now according to the classical theory of rotation, when a vector A is rotated through an angle del theta around any arbitrary axis, we obtain this relation by classical theory of rotation. A dash is equals to A plus del theta n cross del phi n cross A. Okay. On comparing both sides, we can easily understand what is the value for this commutation relation to know the transformation of a vector A comma n dot j is equals to eta h cut n cross. Simple. Now from these equation you can easily interpret the commutation relation of A with any component of J. Let's say if we talk about AX comma JX, then which is x cross AX, and they commute with each other, so their commutation relation is 0. And same for the other also, AY JY AZ JZ. And if I take another than these AX JY say, then they will give us eta h cut AZ. They follow the cyclic property here. And same for the AY AZ eta h cut JZ eta h cut AX. And same for the AZ JX. Simply attach cut ay. Now the interesting application for these vector operators is that you can substitute any vector here of your choice. Either it is a position operator, linear momentum operator, or a total angular momentum operator. So to know the commutation relation also, this is a very good application to know the commutation relation of all the non-known quantity in a very simple way through this relation. Now let's introduce spherical components. Spherical components. A minus A0 A1 of vector A. Now if they are defined in a Cartesian coordinate ax, ay, az, then they are follow as a0 is equals to az and a1 plus minus 1 is equals to minus plus 1 over under root 2 ax plus minus ay. And if this a operator in some case is equals to a position vector, if a vector is equals to position vector r, then they can be expressed as now if instead of a Cartesian coordinate we want to express our rotation operator in terms of spherical coordinates, then the r1 is equals to sine theta cos phi, that we already know from the spherical polar coordinates, y cap r sine theta sine phi, and r3 as z r cos theta, and for them r plus minus will be given as minus plus 1 over under root 2 r e plus minus I phi sine theta. R naught is equals to r cos theta. Now to recapitulate everything by the previous commutation relation of the vector with the angular momentum operator and with the above spherical component, we can write this following relations as jz aq, where q is from minus 1 0 and plus 1 aq. Q is equals to minus 1 0 1. To see this, let's say q is equals to 0. So a0 value is az and jz az commute with each other, which will gives us commutation relation 0. On seeing how this formula works, this h cut, the q value of q is 0 and aq, which is eventually equals to 0. So we can use this formula instead of all others, which helps us to know all the commutation relations in one go. Okay. Same you can also see for the jz a1, where a1 is ax plus minus I ay. On substituting this, you can find out the relation for this. Now let's move on to the other commutation relation, j plus minus aq. The commutation relation for this is, which we use extensively in the upcoming lectures also, these are very important. 2 minus q, q plus minus 1, aq, raising and lowering operator as, where q is again from minus 1 0 and 1. Okay, these commutation relations are very important. Thank you.